parents and guardians. Welcome to our tutorial video. This video is going to show you how to complete an application for Pre-K Head Start. I am Lisa Conlin. I'm one of the staff members at Pre-K Head Start, and I also have with me Charlene Mohammed, who works with Montgomery County Community Action Health and Human Services Head Start. Okay. Montgomery County Public Schools offers pre-K and Head Start classes for children who are 4 years old by September 1st. And let's stop because this is not working for me. Okay, let's start again. Hello, parents and guardians. Welcome to our video to explain how to register for pre-K and Head Start online. I am Lisa Conlin, one of the staff members at Pre-K Head Start, and we have with us also Charlene Mohammed from Community Action, Health and Human Services with Head Start also. Montgomery County Public Schools offers pre-kindergarten and Head Start programs to low-income families who live in Montgomery County. To participate in Pre-K and Head Start, children have to be 4 years old by September 1st. In addition, we have a few classes for Head Start 3-year-old children who are 3 by September 1st. To participate in the 3-year-old program, your child must be 3 by September 1st, and you must have very low income at the federal poverty line, and the family must live in certain areas of Tacoma Park, Germantown, and Rockville. If you would like to apply for Pre-K or Head Start, please start your application process by going to the MCPS, Montgomery County Public Schools website. Here you see the Montgomery County Public Schools webpage. The web address is www.montgomeryschoolsmd.org. You could see that up in the top search line. When you get to the Montgomery County Public Schools webpage, you will go to the search line and you will type in Head Start, or you can type in pre-kindergarten and you hit search. I need to scroll down a little bit. You'll click on pre-kindergarten Head Start. And it will take you to the Pre-K Head Start page. You'll see this big red box explaining that because of COVID-19, our office is not open. You'll scroll down a little bit and you'll see this very big blue box that says how to register como matricular. This is your first step in the process. Now I want to mention before we do this survey, if you have more than one child, you're going to do one survey for each child in your family. So here we come down to the blue box and it says MCPS registration survey. So you will click and it will take you to a survey. You can also take the survey in Spanish or see the information in Spanish. Basically, this is an explanation of how we're going to use the survey. You're giving basic information so that we can follow up with you, and that if you have concerns about your child's development, you would contact Child Find rather than Pre-K Head Start. But we're going to say that you want to apply for Pre-K Head Start, so we're going to hit next. And here the survey starts. The first question they ask is your email. So I will use my Montgomery County Schools email address. Okay, they ask for your child's legal name. I'll just put my own name because this is, of course, you're going to put your child's name. I'm not going to put, let's see, I'll put my middle name. I was going to say don't really want to put my birthday because I'm way too old for Head Start. Okay, last name. And here is the birth date. It is very important that you put the birthday in very carefully, because some people are making a mistake and not putting in the full birthday. And the child is coming in at 0. Oops, see, I can see that it's making a mistake. Okay, 2016. 2016 would be 4 years old. Okay, then we can choose what language we want our correspondence, the parent's name. So that would be you, mom, dad, guardian, the person completing the survey. Please put in a phone number where we can reach you. This is important. We will follow up with you. Oh, I will use the Head Start phone number in the office. Maybe that is the best. 740. Okay. If there is a two-parent home, or there is another parent or guardian, you can put their name here and their phone number. You want to put an email address. So again, we want to be able to follow up with you if we have any questions. Also, if you need help with the application, we need an email address so that we can talk with you. Street address, I'm going to put the address for the Head Start office. This just gives you an idea of how to fill it out and how long it's going to take. Rockville, zip code. Okay, Maryland, of course. Now we're going to go to the next screen, and we want to select carefully. We want the pre-K program for 2021. Okay, as I was mentioning, this survey is used for all students in Montgomery County Schools. So if you have a 4-year-old and then you also have a kindergartner or 5th grader, you can take the survey a second time and click the button that's appropriate for their age. But right now, oops, we're doing pre-K programs. Next. And now these are the more specific questions. As I mentioned, Head Start and pre-K are income-based. So we want to put how many people are in our family, total, how many children, and how many adults. Okay. Then we want to put our family's income. It's very important that you do not put words in this space. Do not put commas or periods. So if you know that your income is about $35,000, you want to put 35 and the 3 zeros. If currently you're not working and you're unemployed, you don't want to write unemployed in the line. You can simply put 0. Okay, it needs to be a number. So I'm going to go back to the 35,000. Now, we ask if you're participating in any other programs like WIC, which is Women, Infants, and Children Nutrition Program, Housing Opportunities Commission programs, food stamp, or what's now referred to as SNAP, TCA, Temporary Cash Assistance, Social Security, or Supplemental Security Income, child care vouchers, medical assistance, and also if your child has an IEP. An IEP is a special education plan. If your child has a learning difference or special needs, you may have an IEP already. So you might want to mark that or not. We ask then, was your child in early Head Start? Early Head Start programs in Montgomery County serve children from birth to 3. So you would answer if you participated in one of those programs. Then we ask, does your family have any special circumstances like homelessness, foster care, kinship care, or none? And then here you have the option to request paper copies of the forms or to do the process online. So I want to explain these options carefully so that you make the choice that works best for you. If you would like to complete the registration process online, this is the first option. You will receive an email, and in the email, you will see links to the documents that you need to fill out. This process will probably take you 90 minutes. It could possibly take 2 hours if you have to look for your supporting documents. Another option that you may choose is the second option, which is a paper registration process. We will mail you an application packet, and it will come with an envelope, a return mail envelope. If you choose this option, it will probably take about a week for you to receive the application in the mail. And when you mail it back to the address on the envelope, it will probably take about 2 weeks for it to arrive in our offices and to be sorted and processed. Okay? We, at this time, can only accept applications by mail or by email. We do not have an option for you to drop off papers. As I mentioned, with COVID-19, a lot of offices are closed, so you can't come to the office to drop it off. Okay? The third option is to receive help doing the application basically on the phone. This would also take about an hour and a half or 2 hours on the phone. But if you don't have a computer at home, or you're not comfortable with a lot of reading and writing and filling in papers, then we can support you in the process, and we can help you fill in the paperwork, and then we will have everything online. So each of the options takes a little bit of time, but the fastest is option 1. And then the third option, doing it on the phone, will take a little bit of time on the phone having that conversation, but everything will be done electronically. Okay. Now, when you're done with the survey, you will hit submit. I am not going to hit submit. Once you're done with the survey, you will receive this email. The email says, "Thank you for completing the survey." And you'll see here within the body of the email, it explains which forms you need to fill out to complete the application. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's 8 or 9 that you need to do, but I'll show you a couple. So we're going to go ahead and start with 335-8. You click on the line, and it will take you through a link to the Montgomery County Schools website. And you will scroll down a little bit, and you'll see that this form is available in many languages. So you can complete it in English, Spanish, French, Vietnamese, Chinese, Korean, or Amharic. I'm going to choose the English version. You'll see that these are fillable PDF forms, and the blue areas are where we're going to put our answers. I'm going to, I don't see the icon for downloading. Let me see if I move. Okay. I am going to go ahead and click Save As so that I can save the form. I'm saving it in my folder. This is the 335-8, and I'm putting my last name, okay, and I'm saving the document on my computer. And now we can start filling in the form.
So Lisa, why is it important to save the document before you fill it out?
So if you do not save it or download it, depending on your device, then you'll type it in and it'll be erased when you close it. So you want to save your own version of the document, okay? So I think I said 415. So this is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to some of the parts that are a little bit more confusing. Here, you'll put in information about parent and guardian, so the adult who's responsible for the child. So we'll put my name, and here I will mark that I'm the mom. I can say how old I am, how many years of education I have, if I work full-time, part-time, etc. If there is a second parent or guardian, we can put their name here. Other dependents in the home. In this section, if you are responsible for a teenage young adult, maybe you have a student who's 18, 19, or 20, and they're still living with you, you could put them in this section. And then here are younger siblings under 18. So if you have a second grader or a 10th grader, you would put them in this section and their birthday. The next section, pick up and drop off, is very important if we have bus transportation. If we're back in school, then we would need the address where you want your child picked up. Head Start and Pre-K are very special because we allow you to enroll your child in a school closer to your daycare, childcare, rather than your home address if that's more convenient for you. So if you live in Germantown, but you work in Rockville and you have childcare in Rockville, we could assign your child to a school in the Rockville area. So you want to make sure that you give us the address where you would like your child picked up for school. This section is an income section. Person, responsible adult, parent, or guardian from section 1 would then put their income here. I think we said in the survey, we said 35,000 per year. And I will decide what I'm sending. So I'm going to send my taxes. So I can put in here that I'm sending my taxes. You can also fill out temporary cash assistance, child support, alimony, if it's a foster child, retirement benefits, unemployment, rental income, financial assistance. Financial assistance would be maybe you've just arrived in the United States and you're living with extended family, and maybe your parents are helping you, or your sister or brother-in-law, and they're giving you money every month to help you. Down here, my family size is 3, so I fill that. If I'm receiving WIC, I'm going to click here. If I have HOC housing, I'm going to click here. If I receive food stamps or supplemental nutrition benefits, I'm going to put that information here.
Lisa, we have one clarification about unemployment. So during this time, there's unemployment insurance, and then there's also the Special CARES Act additional subsidy to unemployment. That does not count as income.
Okay, so only the unemployment benefits that you're getting through DC government or Maryland government. Okay, thank you for the clarification. Now on the right-hand side of the form, you'll see medical insurance. It's a Head Start requirement that all children have a health home, that have health providers. So we ask if you have private insurance or Maryland Children's Health Insurance Program, Care for Kids. So if you can please mark the one that applies. If you have an ID number, we ask that you put the ID number here on the form. Also, if you have any special concerns about your child's learning, maybe speech, or they have any health issues, you could put a note here. Then very important, emergency contacts. You want to put people who are very close friends or family members, preferably that don't live in the same household with you, but people who would know how to reach you. So if we call, let's say you forget to charge your phone and your phone number is not working, and we really need to talk to you, or your child is at school and they have gotten sick and we need you to come and pick them up, who could we call? Is it grandma? Is it a neighbor? Is it the godmother? Who could we call that could come and pick the child up, or could find you and let you know that your child is sick? So we need 2 people that we can call. And then down here, any special circumstances, if you're currently homeless, if you are a foster child, foster parent, if your child has an individualized education plan, the IEP. Also, if your child participated in infants and toddlers, you're going to mark these here. And then the child care subsidy vouchers, if you're participating in that program, you're going to fill in the information here. At the very bottom, we ask for parent signature. Of course, you're doing this online. So some people have the ability to print papers and sign them and scan them back. But if you don't have that ability, you could just sign by typing in your name and putting the date, and then that will suffice. Oops. 7/6/2020. Okay, so again, I'm going to save this document because I don't want to lose my answers. And I'm saving it with the same name. And notice that it says PDF. I want to make sure that even if I change the name of the document, I don't take away that it's a PDF file, because I want, okay, I do want to replace it. So we want to make sure that we still have our information saved in the form. So now we go back to the survey. I'm sorry, not the survey. Go back to the email. If I can, my screen is acting a little crazy. Go back to the email. Okay, and now I'm going to show you 56024, which is the new student enrollment form. Again, it's going to give us the link to the Montgomery County Schools website. I'm going to pick the language that I like. I'm going to pick English. I open up the form and I'm going to save the form so that my information is saved. And again, I'm going to put my name so I know that it is my version. This form is also pretty self-explanatory. You're going to put your child's name and birth date, male, female, or unspecified. You're going to answer these brief questions about language. What language did your child speak first? So if at home you speak Spanish, but also your child speaks now English, and at home you speak English mostly now. You also will mark what documentation you're going to be sending us. If you're going to send us a birth certificate, passport, baptismal or church certificate, hospital certificate. So it's going to be the birth certificate. Again, here we ask for the address. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down. Again, they ask if your family is homeless or has any special circumstances like kinship care. Proof of residency, you're going to mark that you either have a current property tax bill, which means that you own your home or condominium. The rental lease, if you are renting an apartment or renting a house. And then shared housing, if you are renting and living with another family. If it's shared housing, you're going to provide the shared housing disclosure form 33574, and you're also going to provide the lease or the property tax bill of the person that you're renting from. Here you can pick a language for future communication. The school will be sending you messages over the course of the year, and you can pick what language you prefer. Here, Montgomery County Schools asks for your ethnicity, and you can pick yes or no if you are of Hispanic or Latino origin, and then you can pick as many racial categories as you feel apply to your situation. We then ask if your child has been in school before. If yes, where did they attend? And here we ask for parent guardian information again. Also employer and phone number. So this would be during the day, how can we reach you? If there is another parent or guardian that's not living in the home, they can fill in these spots. We have here, it says parent guardian legal identification. We ask you to send us a copy of a photo ID, whoever's completing the application. So mom or dad, you would send your driver's license or a picture of your passport. If there are any siblings, we would fill in the siblings here with birthdays and the current schools they attend. Down here is a section for non-custodial parent. So if the child is not living with both parents, we ask for the information regarding the other parent and if there are custody concerns. And then these last few questions are about, does your child have an individualized education plan, 504 plan? Most of these questions apply to older students who already have school experience, so most pre-K Head Start parents don't have to answer these. If your child has ever been suspended, for example. Again, down here, it's really important to sign the form, okay? So we wanna, and here this, for some reason, my form is giving me a space to put the date, but not a place to sign. So that is odd. But pretty much all of the forms are similar in this regard. And now we're going to save this again. And we are going to see that this is the 56024. I'm going to save it again and replace it with this version. So after you have completed all of the forms, you will email the forms back to the Pre-K Head Start office using the email address. I will show it to you on this page. If I can scroll down. There are also health forms that you'll need to complete, and those will be handed in when school starts. You don't need to email those in. Here in the email, there's a list of the documents that you need. So as I mentioned, the birth certificate, for example, the parent's driver's license, your lease or property tax bill. So all of that needs to be scanned and emailed. If you don't have a scanner, you can always take a picture and email the pictures. That's perfectly acceptable if that's easier for you. And then here are the health forms. So you're going to email your forms back to or-pre-k@mcpsmd.org, and you will send that by email with the supporting documents like the driver's license and birth certificate. If you prefer, you can send papers by mail to Carver Educational Services Center, 850 Hungerford Drive. Make sure you put Suite 11, Central Processing Suite 11, and you could send them to that address. If you have questions about the forms or you have questions during the process, you can email that address or-pre-k@mcpsmd.org, and you can just send in your email question. You can also call 240-740-5999, and you can leave a message. If you do leave a message, please say your name very slowly, very clearly. Leave your phone number, and if possible, leave your child's name and birthday, so it will be easier us to figure out your application. Okay? While you're working on the paperwork, if you need help, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we will have staff call you or email you and help you with the paperwork. So good luck, and I hope it goes well for you, and we look forward to seeing you in the fall. Thank you.